prepared and they will be submitted as soon as possible, Your Lordship.
Kepha-ke bayaxhumana-ke nebalingani babo-ke labakhona-ke e-South Africa-ke ukuthi-ke lawo maphepha-ke ayalungiswa atawufika ngalokukhulu ukuphuthuma.
Of which, Your Lordship, they will be submitted within the period of 30 days as per the extradition law, Your Lordship.
Lokusho kona ukuthi-ke atawuvela-ke lawo maphepha angakapheli-ke amalanga lang-30 njengokusho komthetho.
Once the documents, the formal documents, Your Lordship, for extradition has been received, the Director of Public Prosecution in Swaziland will make a substantive application, Your Lordship, for the extradition of the respondents back to their country, Your Lordship.
Nase lawo maphepha sekavelile-ke ihhovisi lemqondisi wabashushisi liyawenda-ke lokufanele ukuthi-ke nabo bomhlolo bathuleke uvele enkantolo okubonakala ukuthi bayakhona ukuthi bamikiswe-ke lawo maphepha.
Your Lordship, may we put it on record, Your Lordship, that we are treating this matter with the urgency it deserves, Your Lordship.
Kucela kuveta-ke ukuthi-ke le ndzaba lena-ke bayiphatha ngalokukhulu ukuphuthuma njengalokhu kudingekile.
Your Lordship, we therefore apply, Your Lordship, that by consent, Your Lordship, that may the matter be postponed to the 12th of March 2024, Your Lordship, for a further remand, Your Lordship.
Ngewenda sicelo ukuthi sebavumelene-ke nebameli kokuthi le ndzaba le ayivele iphinde ivele phambi kwenkantolo ngaye mhla ka-12 kuMarch.
That is all, Your Lordship.
As the court pleases, my lord. My lord, maybe before I proceed to address the court formally, my lord, may I humbly apologize to the court for being late. Yes, my lord, I received a phone call from the High Court today. There was a matter wherein we were meant to note judgment, my lord, hence we got delayed. My apologies, my lord, for that.
Ngaphambi kokuthi-ke aqale ngitawuqala ngikuxolisa ukuthi-ke uphutile-ke ukuthi-ke avele-ke namhla enkantolo kube nekokuthi-ke kube sekuvela ukuthi kufuna avele-ke e-High Court kulenye-ke indzaba lapho bekufanele ukuthi ayokuva khona ngesijubo senkantolo-ke kuleso sizathu lesimente ukuthi aphote kuvela phambi kwenkantolo ukuxolisa kakhulu ngakulolo hlangothi.
Yes, and then my lord, notwithstanding, my lord, we as the respondents, we are amenable to the postponement by the offices of the Director of Prosecutions, my lord.
Sibona-ke njengalabo-ke labamele-ke ngomsolwa-ke bayanako ukuvumelana-ke nabo ukuqhutshela phambili kwalo-ke le ndzaba-ke bavumelene nabo-ke bashushise kulolo hlangothi.
Yes, my lord. Pending what they have just mentioned before this court, the receipt of the comprehensive application, which will then, my lord, give us an opportunity to then take full and further instructions as to how to proceed with the application for extradition, my lord.
Ulandzela ukuthi-ke kumele lawo maphepha lakufanele ukuthi-ke avele-ke phambi kwenkantolo nasekuvele lawo maphepha nabo batawukhona ukuthi-ke bathole ukuthi bachaziseleke kabanti ukuthi baqhubeka kanjani kusukela la.
Yes. Yes, my lord, having said that, though, my lord, May I humbly put it on record, my Lord, that during the process and/or application for extradition for the respondents, my Lord, we have certain conditions which are yet to be discussed with our learned friends from the Director of Public Prosecutions, which borders mostly around the issue of safety. May the court humbly be aware of those conditions, my Lord.
Banako ukuthi bayavumelana kodwa-ke kunetinkabekelwana noma-ke tingoni letitsite lekudzinga-ke ukuthi-ke batikhulumise-ke nabo-ke bashushisi-ke mayelana nekuvikeleka kwabo bomsolo le uthanda ukuthi lengathanda ukuthi-ke inkantolo ikwazi.
Yes, my Lord, though we are alive to the fact that they still need to liaise with their counterparts in the Republic of South Africa, my Lord, it only borders on issues of security, mostly, my Lord, and how they'll be handed over in the process thereafter. However, my Lord, I think that is an issue that should be discussed with my learned friends upon them furnishing us with the comprehensive application, my Lord, as the court pleases, my Lord. Otherwise, we are amenable to the postponement, my Lord.
Sike banako ukuconza ukuthi yebo basafuna ukuthi-ke bakhulumisane-ke nabo balingani babo-ke base-South Africa mayelana nalokho. Kepha-ke lokuningi batakukhuluma bona nasesebaniketwa-ke letimpepha letishoko ukuthi naku sekufikile lokuchamuka ngale e-South Africa. Kepha-ke kakhulu bakuvikeleka kwabo ukuthi ingabe kutawukuba kanjani.
Yes, Your Lordship. The issue of the conditional surrender, Lordship, has been communicated to us informally for purposes of the way forward, Lordship. We have indicated to them that we will be taking instructions from our counterparts, Lordship, in that regard. After such conditional surrender has been formally communicated to us, Your Lordship.
Sike umshushisi-ke yebo-ke sebakuvile-ke lokho kepha-ke basetawukhulumisana nebalingani babo-ke base-South Africa kuleto tingoni leto ukuthi kutawuhanjiswa kanjani.
Yes, Your Lordship, that is all regarding that part, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, there is an application I would like to make, Your Lordship. May the court... Your Lordship, upon the arrest of the respondents, Your Lordship, upon their arrest, Your Lordship, some certain exhibits, Your Lordship, were seized from the respondent, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, as per the request that in the provisional arrest, Your Lordship, that during the arrests, the South African authorities request that our local police confiscate any item relating to a cell phone, firearm, and any other item that will be suspected to be relevant in the commission of the offense, Your Lordship.
South Africa, amaphoyisa ase-South Africa bekacelele ukuthi nababoshwa-ke bomsola babone bathathwe kubo konke lokufana lokungafaka ekhathi kumbe ibhamu noma tincingo noma yini-ke lokunye lokungatholakala ukuthi kusifakile isandla nakwenteka selokufaka.
Your Lordship, upon their arrest, they were in possession of cell phones, Your Lordship.
Nababoshwako bebanazo-ke tincingo.
Four cell phones were confiscated from them, Your Lordship.
Tabatile tincingo letatholwa kubo.
And they are as follows, Your Lordship. One black Nokia cell phone, Your Lordship.
Bekune Nokia lemnyama.
Grey Samsung F13, Your Lordship.
No Samsung F13 le grey imbala.
A navy blue stroke black. I don't know this name. It's Huawei.
Ne Huawei le navy blue na lokumnyama.
And the fourth one is Vivo Y21 cell phone, Your Lordship.
Vivo Y21.
It's a Vivo Y21 cell phone, my Lord. And all these items, Your Lordship, are before court. We apply that, Your Lordship, may these items be detained, Your Lordship, pending their surrender to the South African police, Your Lordship. No, the items. So, Your Lordship, we will be making an application for the release to the South African police, Your Lordship, on the 12th, Your Lordship, of March 2024, Your Lordship. We will be making an application for their release to the South African Police, Your Lordship, on the 12th of March 2024, as the extradition law allows that if there are items that were found in the possession of the respondent, they can be submitted to the requesting state even before the extradition application has been finalized. So we'll be making submission on that, Your Lordship.
Nangabe kunezinto ezitholakele nangabe kumsola bahoshwa dona singanika lelo lizwe baselayo phambilini kwalokuthi kwenziwe lesicelo sokuthi abasebenzele
In relation to which one? I'm not through, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, for purposes of the chain of custody, Your Lordship, may we record, may it be on record, Your Lordship, on the markings of the cell phones, Your Lordship. The Nokia black cell phone, Your Lordship, is SWAG, which is SWAG 025. Oh, thank you, my Lord. I beg your, yes, Your Lordship, is SWAG 025. 025798, Your Lordship. Now,
cell phone lemnyama libhalwe SWAG 0258.
Your Lordship, the second one is a grey Samsung F13, Your Lordship, which is labeled as SWAG 025797, Your Lordship.
Leli grey lelona libhalwe lo SWAG 025797.
Your Lordship, the third one is the navy blue stroke black Huawei. It's marked, it's labeled as SWAG 025799, my Lord.
Leli yesithathu-ke ngileli navy blue nalokumnyama lona-ke libhalwe SWAG 025799.
The fourth one, which is the last one, is the Vivo Y21 cell phone, which is labeled as SWAG 025800, my Lord.
Lekugcina-ke lona libhalwe-ke le Vivo-ke le ithi-ke SWAG 025800.
Your Lordship, may I hand over from the Your Lordship an affidavit duly deposed by the investigator together with the draft order, Your Lordship, of the detention order, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I confirm, Your Lordship, that these exhibits are in seal packs which are sealed, Your Lordship. May the court ascertain for itself, Your Lordship.
Yes, the court is satisfied with same, but third point of
inkantolo nayo seyinikile isiqiniseko sokuthi-ke lama-cellphone asemaplastikini avalekile anjengoba futhi-ke achaziwe.
Your Lordship, we therefore apply, Your Lordship, that may the Honorable Court endorse the draft order, Your Lordship, for the detention of these exhibits, Your Lordship, pending their surrender to the South African police, Your Lordship, in due course. That is all.
Yes. My Lord, I have a slight difficulty in responding appropriately to the Crown application for detention. For one reason, my Lord. They've just made an application to hand over an affidavit which has been deposed to by the investigating officer for the application for detention. My Lord, with respect, we haven't asked the court business, my Lord.
Unenkinga lencane nalokuthi kavumelele ukuthi-ke lesicelo lesishiwo ngumshushisi ukuthi kugcila ukuthi-ke kugcinwe-ke lamazikithi ukuthi-ke sowuveteke ngumshushisi ukuthi-ke kunesifungo-ke lesifakwe phambi kwenkantolo selokuthi-ke setiwe-ke liphoyisa mane yena akasitholi.
As the court pleases. Therefore, my Lord, as we are risky for us to proceed and without having touched base or liaised or even seen the face of the affidavit, my Lord. In that event, my Lord, I humbly make an application that the issue of the detention be deferred to the next remand, which is the 12th day of March 2024. I am of the firm belief that there will be no prejudice that will be suffered by the Crown for this postponement, my Lord, on this aspect and the issue of the exhibits, my Lord.
Ukuthi kungaba ingozi kakhulu-ke kubo ukuthi bangavuma lokho bangakaboni ukuthi ngabelelo ukubhakiyela phakathi kwe-application ngabe kuthini lento asiselo-ke phambi kwenkantolo ukuthi lezizakayelo ukuthi gcinwa kwala mazikithi ayiqhutshekisele phambili kumhla ka-12 kude kuphinyabeteka lokungakanani lekutawuba khona.
Yes, that will be all, my Lord.
Your Lordship, we are very sorry with my learning point. I thought that they were copies when I demanded from the investigator. I found out there is only one document, Your Lordship. We are not opposed to the postponement. Your Lordship, that will give us a problem. Because if the matter can be stood down, Your Lordship, so that the respondent will finish with the application,
Notwithstanding, my Lord, sorry to my learned friend, notwithstanding, my Lord, it wouldn't serve any purpose because at the end of the day we need to have communication with our clients. It's a sworn statement, my Lord. We need to take instructions. My take is what is opposite under the circumstances is to have it deferred to the 12th, my Lord.
Your counterpart is saying that the matter be stood down for now so that you are allowed the opportunity take instructions from the client.
As the court
So you know whether the application is supported or what is.
As the court pleases, my lord. However, my lord, we do not want to run the risk of finding ourselves in a situation where we hurry up things only to also jeopardize them. May we be given the opportunity to take full instructions in our own comfort zone, Your Worship, with our clients. We don't know how long the affidavit is, for crying out loud, my lord. We don't know the amendments contained therein. Consequently, we don't know what our clients will then say pertaining to the amendments contained in the affidavit. That is why, my lord, I am humbly applying before this honorable court to have this issue, specifically this issue of the detention, deferred to the 12th, my lord. As the court.
Now, can you answer the court on this one? What prejudice stands to be suffered by applicants when the matter to be postponed to so that he has sufficient time to go through the documents and to take instructions. Because that is what they are saying. They are saying they don't want to be rushed and to take a risk of perhaps making concessions without having fully appraised themselves about the content and the implications.
As the court pleases, Your Lordship, the applicant will suffer a great prejudice, Your Lordship, in respect of the if the matter is deferred to the 12th, Your Lordship. There is a technical issue, Your Lordship, as to the lawfulness or otherwise of this item being kept in the police possession, Your Lordship, while the matter is pending, Your Lordship. Unless my learned friend is telling the court that during the intervening period, these items would be lawfully in the custody of the police, because if we don't get the order today, the items will be not in lawful possession of the police, because that's why we are here. It's an urgent matter. The issue of detention cannot be deferred, Your Lordship, in any event, because the law says once the item has been seized from an accused, it must be brought to before a judicial officer for detention to avoid unlawfully being in possession of the police, Your Lordship. So we will suffer a great prejudice, Your Lordship, because the technical issue will be raised thereafter, Your Lordship. He himself will somersault for us. As the court pleases, Your Lordship.
Yes. My lord, with respect, the offices of the Director of Public Prosecutions should have foreseen that technical issue they are raising today. Because, my lord, I think we should not be oblivious to the fact that, my lord, court process is not a hide and seek game, my lord. In any event, these items were still detained by the police. They will still remain with the police, Your Worship, pending the outcome on the Monday, my lord. That is why our submission is that we do not foresee any reasonable prejudice to be suffered by the Crown in the event this matter is postponed to the 12th, to deal specifically with this issue. We cannot be in a position to run a risk in this matter, my lord, with respect. I know my learned friend is accusing me now, my lord, to say I'll somersault, my lord. There is processes, my lord, in court. I will not play his hide and seek game, my lord. I'll let him know if other step to be taken, my lord. Yes, that will be when we insist on the deferment.
Sukuma.
Respondents, we have an application for you to remain in custody pending lodging of the formal extradition application by the requesting state.
Kusentawumelela ukuthi kutholakale-ke emaphepha-ke alele ukuthi-ke aqhamuke-ke kuleli vele licela ukuthi-ke libanikiswe kilo kwanyelo-ke ndabe ligcinwe-ke esitokisini.
There is no objection to that application.
Kude-ke lokuphikisiwe-ke kuleso sicelo leso.
So now we are going to remain in custody until the 12th of March. Then we will watch it.
Ngidawugcina esitokisini ngiphinde nivele-ke ngayo lo mhla ka-12-ke kuMarch kusamele-ke ukuthi-ke ufake leso sicelo.
Now, the representative of the applicant has made an undertaking to cooperate and to have those documents handed in expedition.
Umshushisike wende-ke isiqiniseko sakakuthi kutawenda-ke kwekuthi-ke lawo-ke maphepha lawo-ke afike masinyane.
So now there was a data application from Mr. Nunalo to say that two documents we handed in as exhibits and that four sessions from you also be detained.
Kona lesinye-ke sicelo lesendiwe-ke ngumshushisi ngicela ukuthi-ke kunezincingo-ke litatholakala-ke kini ndabacela ukuthi-ke digcinwe-ke nato.
Now this application is for now being opposed, not substantively though, but because in fact your representatives will still want to see the documents and to take instructions from you and to then decide whether or not the application is being opposed.
Kwanyalo-ke sisaphikiswa ngesizathu sekuthi-ke ummeli wenu-ke ukuthi-ke ufuna ukuthi-ke athole lawo maphepha akhone ukuthi nasuka wabonile-ke bese uyakhulumisana naye ukuzwa ukuthi ngabe leso sicelo leso siyaphelelisa yini noma.
Now, Mr. Numalo on the other hand, has said now this matter cannot be opposed, in fact, cannot be postponed for the reason that if the matter is not decided today, the detention of the cell phones by the police will be illegal.
Umshushisi-ke ubhekile-ke ukuthi nangabe lamhlabele sosicelo singenziwa kunokuhlalwa quality imsingomeni emaphoyisa nehlambe sesithethinga lokulekesemthweni.
The court has found that the fear by Mr. Numalo is not a well-founded one.
Kepha-ke inkantolo ichaza phakathi esabalana ngokulimala ngasela usiku lokungatholakala.
Now, the fear is technical because the applicants have brought the application for detention of the cell phone timelessly before this court. Now, it is not their fault that the matter cannot be determined right away. Now, it is the matter cannot be decided because the respondents' attorneys want sufficient time to go through the papers. So now the court is going to allow postponement of determination of that matter until 12th March. Now it will allow provisional detention of the cell phones by the police pending determination of the matter. Yes, at this stage, the court is going to adjourn, and when we come back, we are going to deal with the other matters.
All right, court adjourned there in the matter of the two men that were arrested in Eswatini in relation to the AKA Forbes, Kiernan Forbes murder and Tebello Tibs Motsoane murder. They were arrested in Eswatini. The South African government is looking to have them extradited to South Africa as soon as possible. They're brothers, Siyabonga and Malusi Ndemande, and they are... it looks as though they have to go back to court in Eswatini on the 12th of March, but for now they've adjourned proceedings and will be making a further decision thereon. AKA Forbes, and his friend, renowned chef Tebello Tibs Motsoane, has been postponed to the 12th of March this year. The suspects, who appeared in the Manzini Magistrate Court today, will remain in custody. Our reporter, Nhlanhla Jele, has been following court proceedings and joins us live from Eswatini. A very good afternoon, Nhlanhla. Tell us more.
On the side of Eswatini.
Good afternoon to you and to our viewers at home. Indeed, as you correctly put it, the case has been postponed to next week, Tuesday. What we heard inside court is that state prosecutors saying that they were not furnished with the full comprehensive application that was expected to be handed over sometime last week, and it was not opposed by also the defense lawyer, Songe Ngwenya, who's just going to join me now and just speak to us about what we just saw happening now in court. Ngwenya, thank you so much for your time, for joining us at the SABC. We thought there's going to be a postponement, as you earlier on had alluded to, say chances are there might be a postponement. I'm guessing it has happened, and if you can just tell us more about that.
The postponement was occasioned by the fact that comprehensive application. The Director of Public Prosecutions on our side in Eswatini has just confirmed that. That is what transpired in court. It's quite difficult to proceed now without the application because there are a lot of logistics and nitty-gritties that we need to take into account and to consideration about the averments that will be contained in those applications. More so because we need to take instructions after having received the application. There might be changes. We might maintain what we think we should be doing. That's the issue.
For a moment, it looked like you were opposing the issue of their cell phones being detained. Can you explain to us about what the issue was on your side?
Well, thank you. This is a matter of great magnitude. We can't be running a risk, to say the least. More so because in as much as we are aware, they showed us the seals of the cell phones, they gave us the markings of the cell phones, but they were short of an affidavit that permits the actual detention and acquiring of those cell phones from our clients during their arrest. So we need to see that affidavit first and also look into whether the procedure was properly followed when they were acquired from them. So now that we are waiting for the affidavit, hopefully will be served with same today. We will then be able to go and take instructions from clients. Then we will be able to proceed on that particular aspect on Tuesday when we return to court.
I'm not sure if I should ask this or if you'll be able to answer it, but when they retain the cell phones, are you worried that they might be stolen or some evidence might be lost or cooked up? Is that some of the issues, or what is the issue exactly for the viewers at home?
Well, my biggest concern, to be honest, my sister, with you, is that there should be all the procedures should be followed properly. Yes, there shouldn't be any ambush in the manner in which these matters are being handled. It's only based on procedure, mostly.
Thank you so much for your time and for joining us at the SABC. That was the defense lawyer, Songe Ngwenya, who's representing the two brothers, as he has mentioned earlier. Earlier on, we saw in court, he had a bit of a misunderstanding, or him not actually agreeing to the cell phones being detained, and he explains that proper procedure was not followed, saying that an affidavit was not actually filed to say that the cell phones that they got in possession when the two suspects were arrested are being detained. So those are some of the things that we hear here on the ground. We also know it has been postponed. They will be remanded in custody. We saw earlier on, as soon as the court adjourned, the two brothers were handcuffed and then escorted to the van, and another van followed suit with heavily armed men to take them where they are supposed to be going. We are expecting to see them here back next week, Tuesday, so that the process can officially begin. Remember, last week there were only a provisional application for extradition was submitted. The NDPP in South Africa has still not filed a full comprehensive application, and as Ngwenya says that this process takes a while, consultations need to happen. He also mentioned this inside the court when he was making his submission, saying that issues of safety need to be taken into consideration when such applications are being filed. So he also did not oppose the postponement, saying it will give them time as soon as they have the application, with the state prosecutor also promising that South Africa's NDPP promised that this is a matter of urgency and the application will be filed as soon as possible.
My colleague there, Nhlanhla Jele, reporting from Eswatini.